Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, December 11th, and we got a pretty active 4 days coming up. You can see temperatures right now in the low to mid 40s across the area, so a very warm start to the day, and we've got some very warm weather right on through the weekend and possibly even into Monday before the cold front comes through. In fact, we could see record high temperatures on Saturday, Sunday, and perhaps even Monday, again, depending on the timing of that front. But certainly we could see temperatures around 60 degrees both Saturday and Sunday, so very balmy out there. It'll feel more like spring. And if we look at the next slide, I want to thank Kenny and Noel and Aaron and Jess for inviting me down to their Customer Appreciation Day down in Adrian yesterday. Really good crowd and some good food. We talked a little bit about what we might expect over the winter and for the coming planting and growing season. I'll have my official spring and summer forecast in February, but we tried to get a handle on it, and again we'll update that as we get in towards the month of February. And if we can take a look at the winds across the area this morning out of the southwest, and we got a cold front with a low pressure system off to the north that's already moved through, and eventually we're going to see our winds back around to the northwest, and that'll try to bring in some cooler air, but the sunshine will counter that. So I think temperatures mainly in the upper 40s to around 50, so a little bit cooler today, but still pretty doggone nice. Normal highs are in the low 30s, so we're going to be 15 degrees above normal, and we'll be around 25 to 30 degrees above normal over the weekend. If we take a look at the weather map again, you can see the low pressure system off to the north, the cold front that's swung through, but already a warm front is developing off to our west. A couple of pieces of energy is going to be coming out of the west, but the main storm will come through as we get into Sunday night and Monday morning, and we could have some pretty strong winds with that. If we look at the forecast map for tomorrow morning, you see low pressure across eastern Iowa, that front. And this is going to be key as to how warm we get. The depiction for today, or for Saturday and Sunday, is that front be installed across south central lower Michigan. I think it's more likely to move up into north central lower Michigan. And again, I think a real good bet for 60-degree weather across the southern part of the state, and maybe even up into central Michigan. And again, our record high for Saturday is 60 degrees. And the record for Sunday is 57. I think Sunday has a really good shot at breaking that record here in Breckenridge. If we take a look at the next slide here, you can see the main storm now coming out of Oklahoma. It's going to be moving up towards the northern part of Lake Superior by Monday morning and really rapidly intensifying. And we can take a look at that on the next slide. This is a GFS depiction. 973 millibar low, or about 28.80 if you get a home barometer. Around here we'll be down around 29.3 or so. So a very strong storm with tight isobars packed in there, indicating we could see winds, I think, as we get into Sunday and Monday, perhaps in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range for peak gusts, and that certainly could cause some issues as well. If we take a look at some of the precipitation amounts, the WPC, looking at storm totals, the heaviest across Iowa, Wisconsin, into all the Upper Peninsula. You can see eastern lower Michigan about a ½ inch to an inch, western lower Michigan around 3/4 to as much as an inch and a half over there. So pretty significant rainfall. Some of the individual models, we have the GFS depicting about 3/4 of an inch of rain over the eastern part of the state, around an inch to an inch and a quarter on the west. Again, heavier rains to the UP and back to Wisconsin. And if we look at the Japanese model, it has a big area of 2-inch rainfall across northwest lower Michigan, most of the UP, down into Illinois and Wisconsin. And finally, look at the, this would be the Canadian model, showing the very heaviest rains off to the northwest again, but all of the state getting some pretty significant rainfall. And finally, the Navy model, the U.S. Navy model, showing 1-inch amounts, which is in blue on their model, all the way from around Saginaw down towards Jackson and off to the west, with a ½ inch to an inch across much of the eastern area of the lower peninsula. So a rather significant storm, record highs, significant rain, and some high winds as we approach Sunday and Monday. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.